always amazing to me that these fit in here, or that I'm ever able to get them back in these bags. Let's go on a road trip. For the last few years, we've called a flatbed four-wheel camper home. So when four-wheel campers called us up and asked if we'd be interested in putting their 2 other models to the test, I immediately responded, seriously, oh my god, yes, we'll be there. Way to play it cool, Mac. Owen and I settled into a Ford F-150 with the new and minimal Project M bed topper. Chase and Amy traded in their trusty Volkswagen Vanagon for a shiny new Ram 3500 with a slide-in Granby camper that had actually just been driven off the lot a few days earlier. Amy went on to refer to this immaculate rig as the spaceship. Moving our entire lives into these 2 foreign vehicles was quite an undertaking. For Owen and I, we were moving from our camper, where everything has a home in the cabinets, to a truck bed that had no storage at all. Chase and Amy, however, were moving from their van, which had no cabinets, into a camper with a lot of cabinets. Last but not least, the most precious cargo of all.
Okay, not my skin.
Chase and Amy's cat, Levi. With Levi comfortably tucked into his seat, we dropped the tops and got ready to start our grand adventure. It brings me a lot of joy to see Chase and Amy in this rig. Obviously.
I think our truck might be dead.
This is an awfully fortuitous start.
Do you guys have jumper cables?
There's no way I'm gonna be able to drive like a shelf road. I'm gonna drive off of it.
No, you
won't. It's so scary.
No,
it's
won't.
so big.
Yes, it is, but you will get used to it, and we will spot
I
each
just had
other.
to like boost my seat up like 5 inches so I could like.
We gave ourselves a jump off of the Ram, decided to pack the jumper cables just in case, and we finally got on our way.
This could work. Yeah. Should we see what I'm doing?
We didn't make it very far before we had to make a quick pit stop.
Or we could do the water Malone pitcher. That feels on brand. Sweet.
And don't worry, I'll explain what we plan to do with this tea kettle a little bit later.
I'm excited. So now we need to decorate it.
Okay, for real this time, we're off. As we climbed into the mountains headed east, clear skies turned to rain. Rain quickly transitioned into a little bit of snow. And then, before we knew it, a little bit of snow was a lot of snow. Wow, did it make for an incredibly beautiful drive. I have so little experience driving large trucks other than our own. But it's always cool to try something else out. Oh, seat heater on, duh. Unfortunately, we had a lot of ground to cover to make it to our first stop, so we pushed into the night. Conditions clearly did not improve, and we ended up driving through one of the heaviest snowstorms I've ever had the pleasure of driving in. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure that the word pleasure is exactly accurate for how I felt. At last, we arrived and treated ourselves to a little pizza party to celebrate the beginning of our trip. We woke up to a pristine morning, which was a stark contrast to the night before. We set off from camp in search of a nearby boulder field to spend the day climbing some of the area's unique volcanic boulders.
Nice.
It was fun to spend the entire day exploring these fascinating rock formations and even making it to the top of a few of them. After hours of climbing, we returned to camp exhausted and with shredded fingers. We were happy to return to a fully set up camp, so all we had to do was to sit back and enjoy the evening and bask in the glory of an incredibly fun day. We woke up to another beautiful morning in the eastern Sierra Mountains. This area never seems to be in short supply of them. We just loaded up on groceries for 5-ish days, gas, water, and we're ready to head into the backcountry of Death Valley. Death Valley is one of our favorite places on Earth. The drive-in always has a building sense of anticipation because every time we return, this place feels new. Finally, we arrived at our first destination in Death Valley. Waiting for the heat of day to pass, we set about planning our next steps into the rugged backcountry.
That's like way out.
Yeah. Is it further?
And then come back.
Yeah, it's just whether or not we can have a fire.
Oh. Remember this kettle? We brought it to leave behind at a special place here in the park called Tea Kettle Junction. We were a few days from the junction, but decided to use our free time to start the decoration process.
Are the like structures?
There's a little kitty.
We all took our turns adding our own personal touches to it. Here's the finished kettle. We were all quite proud of how it turned out, actually. As the sun started to hang low in the sky, we set out on foot into the dunes that towered over camp. Our mission was to watch the sunset from the top of the tallest dunes in California. There are few things as beautiful as sand dunes. The way that the light and textures move across this dynamic landscape are what keeps us coming back here. No 2 days ever feel the same.
We decided to take the hard way up to the tallest sand dune in California. We're earning our beer tonight.
A little sweatier than we intended, we arrived at the top of the world. Thankfully, we made it with plenty of time to sit and soak in the view before the sun inevitably retreated below the horizon. An evening spent with our undivided attention on nature will always feel very special. But this evening in particular, we felt so lucky to be here.
Yeah, it's like, it looked like you could have just, Whew. Look at the ninja. Chase is going for maximum coverage.
I'm like dunking. Owen's like levitating.
We hiked back to camp as the last light of day faded from the sky. After an epic sunset, we took our time coming down from the dunes and explored what felt new under the cover of darkness. Back at the trucks, warm campers, a cuddly kitty, and a new friend were waiting for us. Exhausted and stoked, we called it a night.
Just like went right on.